Timeout.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Dalton Rath of Randolph. An amazing rendition of the national anthem prior to the D1-3 district championship game the other night. Yeah, if we're going to celebrate the athletes, we should celebrate some of these other talented high school kids too when they get the chance. Kid gave me chills the other night. Another thing that gives me chills is state basketball, and we are almost there. But first, we got to celebrate Nebraska's birthday on March 1st. O'Neill High School celebrating, and I'm part of the celebration, O'Neill. Dryer sheet. It says Norfolk, and it celebrates all of Northeast Nebraska. Give me my prize. And because O'Neill is celebrating Nebraska, we're going to start by their district game. How did they get to state? 33 points in the fourth quarter after scoring just 17 in the first three quarters to beat Wayne. Justin Appleby with a late putback to give the Eagles a 2-point win in their second straight trip to the state tournament. They'll face Wahoo Newman in the first round as the number 7 seed, and that's at 2 p.m. Thursday. Also in Class C1, Winnebago. Okay, let's just stop and watch this a couple times. Yes, that was David Winget, who blew up Twitter with a ferocious dunk in a win over Columbus Scotus. Columbus Scotus, number 1 in the state pretty much all year, them and Wahoo Newman. While Winnebago kind of looked like they should be the number 1 team in the state. 65-50 win in the district championship, and it's not just Winget. Everybody on the court for Winnebago can shoot the 3 ball, and the Indians are playing with a chip on their shoulder again. They're feeling a little disrespected going to the state tournament, despite being the number 1 seed, who will face Kearney Catholic at 9 a.m. at the Devaney Center. A team that will play in Pinnacle Bank Arena is Norfolk High. Panthers going to the state tournament for the 4th year in a row. They beat Lincoln East in their district final. Second time they beat Lincoln East in the last 2 weeks. It was a pretty exciting win for the Panthers because this class, this senior class, has been such a big part of the program when Ben Reese was coaching. And now you take Tony Siski and put him in the head man. And it's just a great group to help transition. And Norfolk High has as good of a chance as anybody. They'll play Omaha Creighton Prep in the first round, a 7 p.m. game at Pinnacle Bank Arena. That's perfect time for Norfolk because 7 p.m. ensures that people will be able to get off work maybe a little early, go down to Lincoln, and they'll fill the place. And nobody travels like Norfolk fans. I'm getting chills just thinking about what they can do to an arena at the state tournament because they make it loud. Lutheran High is in the Class D1 tournament as a wild card. That's because Guardian Angel Central Catholic defeated East Butler in their district final to advance to the state tournament themselves. For Guardian Angel Central Catholic, it's the first time since 2012 at the state tournament, and the Blue Jays will take on Dundee County Stratton 2 p.m. Thursday at Lincoln East High School. Lutheran High Northeast in the first round. The Eagles are the 3rd seed. They will play Heartland. That's a 9 a.m. game at Lincoln East High School. Lutheran High Northeast upset by Randolph in the sub-district round. And the Eagles, before that, I was telling everybody, I think this is the best team in Class D1. Randolph, much like they did 4 years ago when this year's senior class were freshmen, playing their best ball at the end of the year. They won the D1 championship that year. The other night, a big win over Boyd County. It was a 3rd Class D1 heavyweight in a row that they defeated. It started with a win over Osmond, then they beat Lutheran High, then they beat Boyd County. Big reason why Randolph is so successful is Logan Nord. He's a senior who has been playing on the court for 4 years, contributing in big ways for 4 years. He contributed the other night with this big 3, but it was a sophomore, Merrick's Dent, a 3 from the corner in the fourth quarter after Boyd County had erased an 11-point deficit to tie the game. They turned the tide and lifted the Cardinals to the victory into the state tournament, where they will face VDS. Also in Class C2, Nela Oakdale playing Amherst, 3:45 p.m. at Lincoln Southeast High School. And the other Class C2 team from the area playing at the state tournament is Ponca. The Indians won at the buzzer against UTAN in their district final. Ponca, the number 3 seed, they will play Centennial in the first round of the state tournament. The final class that we haven't discussed yet is Class D2. 2 area teams in Class D2, Humphrey St. Francis and Wynot. Humphrey St. Francis actually lost in their district final against Parkview Christian, but they're in as a wild card As the number 4 seed, they will take on Mullen in the first round. That's a 10:45 a.m. game at Lincoln Southeast. And the other team, Wynot, defeated Chambers-Wheeler Central in their district final. Chambers-Wheeler Central was kind of an up and down team all year. Wynot was a little bit more consistent. That showed up in the district final. A big reason that Wynot is able to do the things they do. Jalen Weasler, like I mentioned with Logan Nordhughes for the Blue Devils, has been on the court for 4 years. He's a big part of that team. Big reason that they're winning. Senior leadership is key down the stretch when you get to the state tournament. Whether or not that's enough for Wynot when they face Parkview Christian in the first round at an 8:45 p.m. game at Lincoln East, there is no better atmosphere in Nebraska high school sports than the state basketball tournament. If you haven't been there, try to get down there. If you have been down there, go down there again. It's a lot of fun. And with 11 area teams, there are going to be a lot of kids that you might know a little bit to watch. We'll talk about that in our final issue episode discussion of Timeout after the state tournament, where we'll briefly run down a couple things before I say sayonara. So sayonara.